Good morning. Happy first day of October. Only 3 months left in the year. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the focus challenge and maybe a little more in depth with it. I definitely struggle with focus. I had been following this for a while. I was definitely killing it and doing really well. And then, things will happen. You kind of get pushed off track, off balance, and you gotta, realign and get back on track. So I just want to go over this quick, just go over focus blueprint. Usually it'll take about 21 days to really get down new habits and, really be able to focus and do really well. So this is just going over, one thing at a time. I've probably taken a day at a time, just going through each one, but I'm going to run through each one right now individually. And then they'll all be saved, so you don't have to watch at the same time every day. But it is good to watch at the same time every day just so you build that habit of consistency and really being able to be on top of things and stay focused. So just the first thing would be, starting off would be have a focus goal and a focus journal. So, really what is your goal and what is the action that you're going to take to get that goal? And be able to write it down as well, because sometimes you have these great thoughts, things like that. You'll have a great idea and you're going to think you're going to remember it, but you really won't. So just having something that you can write it down, you're able really to track and see what you have going on. Next is definitely have a to-do list and a not to-do list. Some people just waste their time doing little tedious tasks that don't really matter, and they won't really have a to-do list of stuff they need to get done. So really separating the two to really, limit yourself on what you're doing. And then 25 minutes of work and then 5 minutes of rest. This is just to give yourself, a brain break so you're not just focused working on whatever it might be for a long time. So either just, get up, stretch for 5 minutes, do a couple push-ups, walk around, things like that, just to mix it up. Another huge aspect is just having a healthy diet. One thing I've definitely noticed is just changing, what you eat, what you drink can really help and change how you feel. So we'll go more into that as well. Forgetting, negative self-doubt, no talking down about yourself, saying, oh, you can't do this, things like that. Just, talking about yourself in a positive manner. Another is definitely, work out regularly. Just talking to other people. I worked out this morning already. Just talking to people that don't work out for about a week's time, but normally work out consistently. They just feel off and they don't feel right. So, once you really work out, you really can get a lot of stress out and really work off, a lot of different things that you have going on. One of the most important things that a lot of people really struggle with is just, your circle. You have to really make sure that the people you surround yourself are the people that you want to be with. And for the longest time, I was always just, I had all my ideas, all these different things I wanted to do, but the people I surrounded myself did not think exactly, they didn't have the same mindset as me. So I was only going to go as far as the people I surrounded myself with. Next is just having constraint, having a clean room, clean life, clear your mind, making sure that you can clean up all the areas in your life that need to be clean so that, you go to your room at the end of the day that's not dirty and clothes everywhere. It's already clean and looks good, so you don't have to stress about that. Next will be a little more into sleep, finding your chronotype. Most people don't really know about this. Mine would be a wolf, so I like to stay up later at night, things like that. I don't really eat in the morning. I eat a lot later in the day. So there's a few different. There's a bear as well. There's a dolphin. So there's other sleep cycles that I definitely recommend you check out. We'll get more into as well. Each one of these we're going to go to more in depth. It's just kind of an overview of everything. Next is just getting a AM routine and recalling your dreams. Wake up in the morning, whatever dream you had, write it down so you can remember it. Most of the time, you'll remember it the first couple, minutes of waking up, and then you'll forget it. And always have a consistent AM routine. Waking up, brushing your teeth, consistently every single day. Writing in your journal as well. Next would be procrastination. So really just, stop procrastinating. Really, how are we going to stop procrastinating? Getting more into actually how to take action of things that are productive and not things that are, just busy work. Next is just going to be worrying about stress management, acknowledge stress, move on, focus on the feeling, how you feel in that moment when you're stressed, and then moving on from it. Talking about distractions, most of the time in the morning, try not to look at your phone at all, get yourself together, get your morning started, get all that, to go, and don't be reactive. Everyone makes something more reactive to everything. We react to our phones, we react to stuff that goes on, we react to stuff that happened the day before, and that's not a good way to start your day because you can start off stressed, you can start off, uneasy, and it's not helpful. Next is being in the moment, focus on listening to others. Sometimes you'll wander, you'll be thinking about what the person you're talking to is talking about, and just really stay focused and be grounded. Next will be, use visual pacers with reading to really help you speed up your reading and really help, with understanding why you are reading. Ask some questions before you're reading as well, or before you watch a movie as well. Just ask some questions about, what do you think's gonna happen? What do you want to get out of this? Next will be, really build your focus habits. So, like I said, it's 21 days or 21 things on here for 21 days because that's normally how long it'll take to build a habit or break a habit. So we're going to focus on our habits, making sure we have good habits that are helping us, get there, not smoking all the time, not drinking, not doing those things. We're really helping with stuff to get us to that next level. Next, help remember names. We're going to talk about how to remember names. I remember, places, remember the name as a picture, kind of adding familiar things to someone's name so you're able to remember it easier. Next will be just like switched up for your tasks. So if you're, brush your teeth with your left hand, brush your teeth with your right hand, eat with your opposite hand, go to different routines, different stops, different things like that as well. Next, one of my favorites would probably be start meditating, really get into it, really, relax, breathing, doing different exercises like that as well. And that will really help a lot. And the last would just be, prioritizing, making sure you're doing things that matter the most. Really, we like to work. I like to work as if I do something for an hour, and if I didn't finish or get where I wanted to get done, unless it's something that has a due date on it, I move on to the next task. Just so I'm not tediously working on that. I kind of get burned out from it. I like to switch up and work on new tasks. So this is really just a quick overview of everything. I'm excited to get started. And that's really helped me a lot just by going through these 21 things with my business, with life, things like that in general as well. So I'm really excited to get this started. Any questions before we jump into it? I'll be happy to answer this.